Welcome to Om Para Education. If you like this video, please like, share it. Thank you.
Let's start the videos now.
That the resources are being categorized into four major categories. That all division we have seen explicitly. Now moving on to the which we have taken the categorization of that one. Once it physically is available for us, we need to develop them. Unless and until you don't develop what is available for you in the nature, you do not get any benefits of that. So you need to get the development. That development can only be done by taking out the resources. So when you are developing the resources are having certain problems. First problem is it is the free gift of the God. When it is given a free gift of the God or the nature, when it is available freely in the nature, because of some people's greedy nature, it started to become as depletion. It created a depletion for us. Suppose you have gold mines in your field, which is actually belonging to the nature, which is actually the natural property or the nation's property. If only one person who has found the golden mines started to take out the entire gold into his control, dig it and take the gold with him, then obviously it proves to be gold scarce in the society, because the entire gold is with only one person, with only a few group of people. That's how it leads to depletion for us, reduction of the value. Next, concentration. Very few people hold the control on the natural resources. Actually, natural resources belong to everybody in the country or in the nation. But as everybody do not hold them directly, it is run by the government, and government holds that authority to control them. When government is holding the authority and controlling them, it is a basic responsibility of the government to take care that it is not misused by anybody else, but benefits from the government and start to use the entire resources for their own purposes to benefit in terms of economy, financially. That's how the concentration has become in very few people's hand, which has brought the basic division between the people haves and have-nots. And then moving on to the indiscriminate exploitation. We have a good example for this one in Karnataka, where the Ballari mines will give a very good example for this. Ballari mines, where you get iron ore. The iron ore has been taken by a private company of Reddy Brothers, owned by the Reddy Brothers. These Reddy Brothers have removed the boundaries of one state to the other state and started to exploit the entire iron ore and export it to the other countries and earned huge profits. Actually, these mines belong to nature, national property, where they are not supposed to use other states' mine region, where these people have crossed that region and started to use that one. So they are being very greedy. That's how exploitation has become very high on the case of the national properties. And then this exploitation will automatically result in adverse effects on the nature. The adverse effects examples are global warming, ozone layer depletion, then the environmental pollution. So the resources have to be developed, then only you can get the benefits of having a resource. That resources should not be brought into depletion, that automatically results in the problematic situation, because they start to take it at the cost of others' benefit. Next, the second point is the concentration should not be in few people's hands. The concentration should be in the larger region. The concentration of the lands should be in the larger growth. A third one, indiscriminate use. When we are using without preserving for the future, that will get the adverse effects on the nation or the natural climatic conditions like global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution. And later, how do we need to plan for the resources planning? What is the requirement to have resources planning? We need to have resources planning because in the resources planning, we can make sure that the resources are used on a sustainable growth for all. What is sustainable existence or sustainable growth or sustainable development? The word sustainable means here for us that in the development, when you are planning to develop anything, the development should take place. Yes, we all need to develop, but that should not cause any harm to environment. That is the first point. The second point is no compromise within the needs. There should not be any compromise within the needs, because when we compromise now, we take on explicitly without preserving it for the future. The future generation people may miss their natural share for which they are eligible. So the sustainable development is the development of the resources is must. They have to be developed, but at the same time they should. That's how the sustainable development is required. So when we plan the resource planning, sustainable existence of all forms of life is must. Then only we can have the sustainable development which results in the overall development of all in the